Welcome back, my dudes. We're back at Boulder Hamilton. It's a new session, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun because I need to break in my new shoes. Finally got some. Maybe some of the other climbs gonna be nicer now that I don't have a shoe that's falling apart. And I also finally have a chalk bag and a brush because they have a lost and found thing where they donate a lot of stuff and I was allowed to grab some, so that's nice. So let's jump right into some of the lower climbs on the new wall to warm up and see where the session goes.
As usual, I started off with some easier climbs again, mainly focusing on proper body positioning, foot placement and overall technical movement and not just throwing myself to the next hold. I then moved on to this 3 that actually was quite a problem for me. I've seen a lot of people struggle on that first move because the next hold is really slippery and the body position you need to actually properly hit that hold is quite hard for a 3. So I was surprised to have such a struggle on that, but as soon as I found a way on properly getting there with my right hand, I was able to hold on and do the rest of the climb fairly easily, even though from there on I missed the foothold on the left side, so I went for a high right heel. The last hold is really slopey for a 3 as well, so it's not too nice to hold on to.
It was a little bit harder than expected.
I then moved on to this green 4 around the arete, which also needs a really intricate body positioning to get around the corner properly. There's multiple ways of how I've seen people do it, but that's the way I was most consistent with and which felt the nicest to me. But that's one climb where I definitely seen a lot of different betas for the starting sequence.
Okay, last time I tried this red 7 over here and got way further than I expected, so let's see this time on video how far I can get. It's this one, and it is pretty rough, but I'm quite a fan of these pockets and it's just powerful, so now at the start of the session I might still be able to do it.
This 7 is really frustrating for me, even though I really like it. You have this campusing start, which is mostly just a really physical move, and the pockets don't feel that bad, but from there on, the next pocket doesn't feel too nice, even leaning into it, so I need to bump over with my right hand, and from there on, I don't really know what to do. Every body positioning doesn't feel great. I can't get my left hand where my right hand is because the pocket is so small, but the last hold the pocket is even smaller, so in that cross position I don't really know what to do.
That last hold is so bad, it's such a tiny pocket. I need to see if I could get there without needing to cross my arms.
The start looks way harder than it is, but you definitely need the strength and the right momentum to hit that pocket properly. But as soon as you get your heel on, the next 2 moves really feel quite nice if you're able to lock your body off. But I'm really struggling with the moves that come from there on because I try to figure out different ways, but as soon as I get in the position, the only way that feels nice is how I've been doing it. But I really don't know what to do there. Trying to get my finger in there and then getting the right hand out is borderline impossible. And that crossover is a body position where I don't know how to properly hold on to.
Let's see if I can get it this try. It's like I know I need to change something, I just don't know what exactly. impossible to match that, to get my left hand in, to get right hand over to the last hole first. But also getting to that one first with the left hand feels impossible as well. So I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to do the last move.
So I gave it another try and really slowly tried to match that pocket and slowly getting one finger of my left hand in, getting one finger of the other hand out. But after slowly wiggling and everything, I still slipped out and fell off.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen right now. And my fingers really start to hurt. So I'm moving on to some other climb. But still quite happy that I'm at least getting all the way to the last move on that one.
Let's go back to the white 8. By now I have the starting sequence and the middle section of the 8 pretty much perfectly down. I rarely miss these moves, but I still really struggle with the second part of the boulder, of getting up to that volume. In this session I really tried a lot of different ways from just jumping up there. At least at first I jumped up there again, but that definitely didn't work.
At least I have the start and the middle section pretty much down.
The press move in the middle is still physically quite hard because of the way how you need to press yourself into the wall and to the side at the same time. But when you have it down, it starts feeling quite nice. On this try, I kind of started getting into a press. I tried pinching the corner again, but besides bumping up, nothing feels right. I can try leaning on the volume on the left as much as I want, but the overhang is throwing me out as soon as I try to get actually weight on there and try to get up. And it just doesn't feel nice.
Still don't really know when I got up there how exactly I'm supposed to grip it. Just a little bit annoying.
The body positioning really isn't that great to get the bump, especially because everything's so angled off. Also leaning on the volume, wherever you do it, it doesn't feel nice. I tried matching and getting the left hand there to maybe get my right hand up, but basically as soon as I tried bumping up again, basically automatically the left hand tried to get up again.
Again, it's just one move I have no idea on how to get up there. Let's try some other climbs as well. Let's try the 6.
This 6 is quite fun as well. The starting sequence isn't too bad. You have the crimp on the right, bump up to the pinch into a side pull. I had a really bad foot positioning on that try, but pretty quickly realized my mistake, but then slipped off when I went for the next hold. The starting sequence itself isn't too bad, you just need to properly hit the holds. But from there on I really struggled getting to the next ones and continuing on. Because I wasn't sure if I needed to dynamically get into the Gaston move.
One middle section. Not sure if I should do it static or if I should go straight for the Gaston. I'll see.
At that point, I felt like I was on the right track, but still had a bad foot positioning for the move and still tried it too quickly. But I slowly figured out a way on getting there more steadily, but still did it the wrong way, trying to toe hook at the bottom hold and bump over, but that also didn't work, even though the hold on the left side is really big, but because of the angle it's hard getting over there. So I tried with the heel hook, which actually felt nice and made me realize that with the proper heel hook I can just move over fully statically, which made the next move nicer. But then getting a new foot positioning from there felt really weird and bad, so I kind of just threw my foot up there and slipped off when I tried to go for the last hold.
So close.
After figuring out the static beta with the heel hook, that middle section or ending section really wasn't that bad anymore, but I still really struggled getting my feet in a nice positioning afterwards.
I don't know what it is, but I just realized that all the sixes in the gym at the moment that I'm really struggling with are pink. Why is it all the pink sixes?
With the new heel hook beta, it was really nice going through the ending section. Quite easy. It's still hard, but not as bad as before. And I figured out a good way on where to place my feet and actually got to the last hold, but it's a really tiny, pinchy, bad hold.
That last hold is bad as well. I'll give it one last try, and then I think I'm done with that one. Maybe I'll try some other stuff afterwards.
And on the last try, I breezed through the whole starting and middle sequence. Really had that beta down by that point. Knew where to place my feet, where to grab the holds, and quite easily got all the way to the last move again. But when the time came to do the last move, I just didn't have the power anymore.
I just don't have the power anymore right now to do the last move. Alright, I'll try one last boulder, the red 5 on this wall. Just to at least have one that I probably can do at the end.
The red 5 overall wasn't that bad. On my first try, I pretty much breezed through the first movement sequences, but already felt just a strain on my fingers from the 7 earlier. But I had a quite good beta at the start and already got really far on the climb on my first try. But when I got to the ending section, my fingers were just hurt and I slipped off.
Let's get it. After that, I'm definitely done. Yeah, I definitely feel the problem with breaking in new shoes. It's always like, as last time the heel is still so stiff. It just really feels not that nice.
On the second try, I pretty much again breezed through the starting sequence, but then, don't know why, did a different beta than on my first try and actually couldn't hold myself on the wall and slipped off.
To be honest, I'm not sure even if I can get that one done now, because my right fingers, just from the 7 earlier as well, they're so fucked. I'll give it maybe 1 or 2 more tries. Hopefully my fingers survive.
So on my last try, I really concentrated on optimizing my first beta and doing all the moves properly and in the right order especially. And when I got to the last 2 holds, I decided to just use other fingers, which made the second to last hold really nice, and I was actually able to hit the last move.
Let's go. Just need to switch from index finger and middle finger to ring finger and middle finger, because God, my index finger is fucked. But hey, let's go. Oh yeah, it was a really fun session again, but my fingers are killing me today. All the pocket heavy ones, it's been a lot of fun, even though I'm disappointed that I've barely topped any of them. Today was a session that, as much progress as I've made,
and how close I've gotten with some of the climbs, I feel kind of stagnant that I'm not able to top as many boulders, and I just don't want to jump to climbs where I know that I can easily top them. So I'm battling to get the next step to finally even be able to fulfill my goal for the year. But I still have about a month to go, and I hope that in that time I'll manage to get that last jump in my skill level to finally be able to get a V8. So I hope you guys stay tuned. I still enjoy it so much to film these videos. So I hope I see you in the next one. Bye bye.